Welcome, welcome to my spirited friends, my spirited living gang. This is Deborah Roth with another edition of our Inner Goddess Team videos that I have just been so delighted to share with you over the last 2.5 years. It's been a wonderful journey for me, and I hope if you have not seen some of the past ones, hi Sam. If you haven't seen some of the past ones, then please, probably easiest way to see them is on my YouTube channel. If you're not looking at it already, this will be posted on YouTube tomorrow. And it really, there is also, when this goes up there, there's also a link to find out more about what the Inner Goddess Team is about, why I believe it's even important, and why I am so passionate about re-engaging, really very intentionally, powerfully inviting all the qualities of the divine feminine into our lives, into our world. One person at a time, one goddess at a time, those qualities of compassion and empathy and cooperation and collaboration, honoring our emotions, honoring our intuition. So we do that, and the reason that the goddesses from around the world, should be obvious, I hope, embody that is that each one has a different kind of theme or idea. And each week, sometimes I miss a week or two, and that's okay. There are so many goddesses. And each week I bring to you either a festival or a goddess has just been knocking on my head or my heart and said, do me, do me. This week it happens to be a festival honoring the goddess, the Hindu goddess Sarasvati. And in fact, the festival is called Sarasvati Puja. And it's one of the biggies. It's a very auspicious one that's going on really in all of the countries, Nepal and India and any of the Hindu countries right now, because she was a biggie. She was the consort of Lord Brahma, and the story goes that when he created the world, let's see, let me find my little story about him. And I'll include the link to that. I mean, I didn't include the links to everything because you should just go Google if you want to learn more about Saraswati. He realized when he created the world that it lacked forms and concepts and orders. So he felt very lost and he needed some help to organize everything. Through his mouth, he decided to create the very embodiment of knowledge, which was Sarasvati. And she gave them the direction on how to order the cosmos, the sun, the moon, the stars, the oceans, the cycles of the seasons and the moon and all of those things. And he was so delighted by this that he named her Sarasvati, which means essence of the self, which is beautiful. And also called her the Vag-devi, the goddess of speech and sound. So that's the first inclination of what she does. So she is, along with Brahma, who was the creator of the world, and she was brought in really as his source of wisdom. And she is considered the creator of the Sanskrit alphabet. She is a creation goddess, and also the one who brought us music and art and wisdom of all kinds, technology, science. I have one of the very first statues. She's a little beat up because she's been in many women's circles, but one of my very first statues was Sarasvati. She is holding, if you can see her, try and get her a little closer. She is holding a veena, which is a musical instrument representing the arts, and she's accompanied by, it's supposed to be a swan, looks like a duck to me, but it's supposed to be a swan, which is her animal. And she has her hands in a blessing, and she's holding a book somewhere, I think tucked under her arm. She's holding a book in another hand to represent wisdom and knowledge. She is a good one to keep above your computer, any place that you're doing creative work, or if you're hibernating in to do some really deep writing. Scholarly, yes, she is creativity. But there are many goddesses that are goddesses of creativity. And I actually talked about her. I didn't go into a whole lot of detail a couple years ago, I think October of 2020, as we were going into a Mercury retrograde, and how how Sarasvati kind of can move within the Mercury retrograde, because they both have to do with of communication and knowledge and using our minds in wonderful ways. So let's see what else I want to tell you about her. She's honored. This is also called the Vasant Panchami, or the Vasant, and this is kind of tricky, and I would love if anybody, I could not find anything definitive on it. Her name is alternately spelled with either a V or a W, and it's very subtle. And for years I've been calling her Sarasvati, but it's I think it may be a very sort of W sort of V. So Sarasvati, and it's spelled both ways too, and it seems to be interchangeable. That may be according to different dialects or the different countries that she's honored in. She is born on this Vasant or Basant, there's the V and B again, Panchami, which is the fifth day of the lunar month, which because it's interesting. I wonder if it's tied in with the New Year, with the lunar New Year, the Asian New Year, which falls somewhere in January and February. And this year that falls on January 26th, which is tomorrow. As with any of these goddesses that I introduce you to here, she can be honored anytime during the year, particularly powerful right now. If you're going to honor her, wear yellow. That is her color. And it is her color because yellow is the color of knowledge and wisdom and the mind. Interestingly enough, air, the element of air in the Western tradition, which has to do with the mind, is also represented by the color yellow. And she's honored by offering her marigolds or any sort of yellow flowers. There was something about a mustard field that was kind of cool. She is, big thing. So Vasant Panchami, which this Sarasvati Puja is part of, honors the beginning of spring. This is supposed to be the first day of spring, and the mustard fields that bloom during that time. There's this wonderful quote that I found: "Nature wears a golden sari as fields ripple with yellow brilliance in the mustard flower, daffodils, marigolds, orgenda, yellow hyacinth, yellow lilies, and forsythia, shrubs of rural India, and that are also found, of course, around the cities too." So honor her by wearing yellow, by offering her yellow fruits and sweets and flowers. And the idea is, and one of the things that I read, I loved, there's a Sarasvati chant, which I will share with you. There's a lot of them, but this is a very simple one. In one of the YouTube channels, someone had commented, "I have a big test tomorrow, and I just kept listening to this chant and saying this chant over and over, and I feel like my focus is so much better." That's who Sarasvati is about. She is about wisdom. She's about dispelling, what were some of the words that they used? Dispelling, banishing lethargy, sluggishness, and ignorance. And on Sarasvati Puja, schools and colleges arrange pujas, arrange festivals in the morning to ask for blessing from the goddess, to bless the learning that happens in their institutions. So, little bit of fun stuff about this beautiful Sarasvati. And see if I can, even if I don't get the tune exactly like what you may hear on YouTube, you'll get the gist. And you can really, the idea is with chanting, which I've said before, is to use it like a vocal meditation. And if we were in satsang somewhere, if we were doing a very deep devotional thing, we would just keep singing all night. We're not in that place. I will get you started, and hopefully it'll stay in your head and you can come back and listen to it too. So our chant to Sarasvati on the Sarasvati Puja. Om Shrim Hrim Sarasvati Namaha. 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 So, do you feel her wisdom coming? If you sang with me a little bit, keep singing. Call on her when you are looking for that kind of focus and wisdom any time of the year, and celebrate with a little bit of, I don't know, lemonade. There's lemon for you. Thanks so much for watching. Please do comment. Please let me know if you do. If you know more about Sarasvati, I would love to hear, and about this particular puja, this celebration of hers, and how you connect with her. I'd love to hear. Namaste. See you next time. Bye-bye.